There's a version of being stuck that doesn't look like being stuck at all. It looks like a full schedule. It looks like consistency. It looks like effort, busyness. And that's exactly why it's easy to miss. Because from the outside, everything appears to be working. But underneath, nothing is actually moving. A hidden pattern. I've seen this pattern more times than I can count. Someone is showing up every day. They're doing the work. They're committed. But when you zoom out, week after week, looks the same. No real shifts. No decision that changed direction. No moments that created momentum. Just activity. And the reason this happens is subtle. It's not that they're not working hard enough or putting the time in. It's the type of work they're doing keeps them in control. Not all work creates the same results. There's a kind of work that feels productive, and there's a kind of work that actually creates movement. The first one is structured, predictable, and safe. You can plan it, you can measure it, you can complete it without exposing yourself. The kind of work that actually creates movement, growth work, is different. It involves making a decision you're not fully comfortable with, taking a step or the next step before you feel ready, putting someone out there that could be judged, ignored, or even fail. That's the work that changes things, and most people spend the majority of their time in the first category, somewhere safe. Why this feels right but isn't. The tricky part is that safe work gives you feedback. You feel accomplished and responsible. You feel like you're doing what you're supposed to do, so you don't question it. You end the day tired, and that tiredness feels like proof that you're actually moving something forward. But movement isn't about effort, it's about direction. You can put a lot of energy into something and stay exactly where you are. What's really being avoided? However, when you look closely, there's usually one thing sitting underneath all of this. Something that would actually create change, but also comes with uncertainty. A decision, a conversation, a visible step forward. And instead of going toward it, you build a structure around it and avoid it. Not consciously, not intentionally, but just consistently. This doesn't feel like a big issue at first. A few days of staying in preparation mode don't seem like a problem. But when it comes to a pattern, weeks start to pass. And then at some point you realize that you've been working the whole time without actually getting closer to what you want. That's when frustration kicks in. Not because you haven't been trying, because your effort hasn't translated into change. Breaking this isn't about doing more, it's about doing something different first. Before you open your email, before you organize your day, before you fall back onto what feels comfortable, you need to identify one thing that creates tension, the one thing that's been circling around you, and instead of preparing for it, you move towards it. Even if it's imperfect, even if it feels early, that's where momentum begins. If you've been feeling like you're doing everything right, but nothing is shifting, it's worth asking a different question. Not what else should I be doing, but what have I been avoiding that would actually change something? Because that answer tends to be very clear once you're willing to look at it. Comment below. What have you been avoiding that would actually change something? Don't forget to hit the like button, the bell for notifications, and subscribe to TIDAL Coach so you can join a community that's redefining what modern leadership looks like. See you in the next video.